Welcome to another trip report. Today I'm flying with American Airlines in first class from London to Dallas Fort Worth. I've been really looking forward to this one. Flown on the 777-300 many a time, but never in first class. So time to shower and let's go check it out. I'm now at Heathrow Terminal 3. It is absolutely freezing outside. So let's go and check in for this flight. When checking in at Terminal 3, there is a priority first class check-in area that you can use to check in quicker, and also you are then given access to the fast track security services. Now there are a number of lounges that you can use. I'm not going to look at them too much, but my personal preference is to enjoy the Cathay Pacific first class lounge over the American or British Airways one. After relaxing and enjoying some time in the lounge, it was time for me to head to the gate. Today's flight would be roughly over 4,750 miles with a flight time of just under 10 hours. I arrived at my gate to see a gorgeous Boeing 777-300ER waiting for me, aged at just over 4.5 years old. I was invited to board in priority group 1 and greeted at the aircraft entrance. I wasn't, however, shown to my seat, which some airlines do offer in first class. The first class cabin on the 777-300ER consists of 8 first class seats. None of them are that private. In fact, you could say the business class seats are more private than these first class seats, but they do have a nice amount of space and some extra features that the business class seats don't. The crew were very friendly and greeted me when I arrived at my seat and offered me my choice of drink. I went with some champagne, and they also provided me my headphones and the menu for today's flight. And some slippers. I know airlines like to show you how much comfortable bedding that you have, but why do they have to leave it all over your seat when you arrive, and why can't they store it somewhere else? The seat features lots of storage space, a mirror, 2 power plugs, and a USB charge point if needed. American do try and have improved their menu over the last couple of years. It's still not comparable to other first class menus on other flights, but at least they're trying to improve the actual menu and what they offer you. It's also nice to note that American have vastly improved their wine selection on the flight. They also serve the same first class champagne as British Airways. Our flight pushed back right on schedule, and this gave us enough time to taxi over to the runway and take off just 5 minutes after our allotted scheduled departure time. It was a very nice day for flying with just a few clouds in the area. The takeoff was smooth and we climbed out and had some nice views of London, and soon afterwards we had reached our cruising altitude of 37,000 feet. Shortly after reaching 10,000 feet, the crew jumped into service and passed through the cabin with hot towels to all the passengers. I was then brought my amenity kit, which contained all the usual items, and offered my size of pajamas in medium or large. I was then offered my first drink, and I decided to go for some more champagne and a water to enjoy with my warm nuts. It's nice to see that American have taken the time to realize that first class passengers don't want to be served their food on a tray. The entire meal is served as a table service from start to finish, and it's very nice indeed. Before my small plate arrived, I was given a choice of multiple bread options. I kicked things off with the baked and pickled heritage beetroot starter, and decided to have another glass of champagne just to wash it down with. Overall, it's actually quite a nice dish to start things off with. The lady serving me during this flight was actually really friendly and chatty, and she actually was really nice and gave me the bottle of champagne to drink because no one else was drinking it, and provided me constant attention during my flight. Next up, I decided to go with the roasted tomato soup, and then I had the gem lettuce tart salad, which was actually really enjoyable and looked really nice as well. Up until this point, the food had actually been really good and very tasty and all looked fantastic. My main meal of the chicken dish, however, though, didn't look great, and the chicken was quite dry and the sauce on the top was quite hard and crusty. Still, I was absolutely starving, so I made the most of it. Now, a lot of you might say I'm really being fussy about my food here, but I'm not. I'm comparing this to other first class services which I've flown, and one prime example is the cheese plate. Take a look at this cheese plate versus the first class cheese plate I had with Cathay Pacific or Japan Airlines. The difference is staggering. Though these seats do have one little feature that I've never seen any other airline offer in first class. It's quite an amazing feature if you want to have a great view out of the window. The seats rotate and form a full office that you can work from and stare out of the window with probably the best office view in the world. It's a great feature which I really like and very unique to American Airlines, so credit to them there. After the meal service was completed, I decided to check out the bathroom and change into my pajamas. Now the bathroom is a little nicer than the economy bathroom, a bit more space and a nicer sink. The pajamas are actually very comfortable and very well made and don't feel cheap. The crew then very kindly offered to make my bed for me. The beds do come with a mattress pad and very comfortable bedding indeed, and the seats are quite wide so you can actually get a good night's sleep and not feel too cramped or confined. One feature no one used during the flight apart from myself was the small snacks and drink cart located in the forward galley. I was the only person that used it and I grabbed some snacks to enjoy while cruising along. American keep a very up-to-date entertainment selection with modern TV shows and movies and good picture quality on most of the screens. About 1 hour before arrival, the crew started the pre-arrival meals, and up until this point I had been really impressed with the food and drink. Now I'm not sure why American suddenly decided to cut corners here and serve the final meal on a tray. It could be for speed, but to me a burrito and a cookie or a Yorkshire pudding followed by some chocolates don't really scream first class. These are exactly the same pre-arrival meals that are served in the business class cabin, so I really think they should step up the food being offered in the first class cabin. Overall, I had a really nice experience flying with American Airlines in first class. Now, I can definitely say it's not the best first class in the world by far, but it was quite an enjoyable experience. I'm interested to see what you guys think, so please let me know what you think of the service you've seen today compared to other first class videos I've made. Please leave a comment below, hit the like button, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on the video, and I'll see you again soon for another flight. Officially made it to Dallas Fort Worth Airport. American Airlines was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. A pleasant surprise, and I had a really good flight. So thanks for watching and see you again next Sunday.